Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today I'm going to be making up a pan or a pot. We had a little cold front, so it got me in the mood for some type of soup. So the son requested some of the like the Copycat version of Olive Garden, the Zuppa Toscana soup, which is a really good hearty soup. And there in my pan, I have 2 pounds of hot Italian sausage. Now, if you don't like spicy, just go with your regular. And I'm just going to get this fried all up and chopped all up really well. And that's 2 pounds of sausage. I bought it in the casings. Just remove the casings and peel that skin off of there. And or if you can find it all ground up, a lot of your local grocery stores will have it already ground for you. So that's 2 pounds, and we're going to get this nice and brown and chopped up. Alright guys, I got it fried up. Now I wanted to bring this up to y'all. This is a big batch of soup, because this does stay in the fridge for a while, and the next day after that, it's even more better. The flavors just come out more. You know how soups are, sauces, they're just better when they set, and this keeps for a few days in the fridge. And I got quite a bit of people we're going to be feeding this to, so it does make quite a bit of soup. You can have the recipe if you'd like. Okay, so I have this fried all up, and I drained what oil, and I didn't use any oil when I fried this, because this has, see, I drained the fat off that, but you want to have some on there. That's flavor. We all know that. Okay, now come over here. A lot of people will just remove this and then simmer. Let me see if I can get some fat back over here, a little bit of it. I'm not going to go that way. I'm just going to add my onions and stuff right over here and let it fry. There's a little bit there. Okay, now I have a half of a medium onion, just a half, and we're just going to cook this for a little bit, and then we'll mix it all together. And now you could take all this out if you want. I just get a good, why make it easy? I mean, make it easy as you can. Why make it hard? Removing everything. I'm just going to saute it over here, scoot my pan over here. And I have, now you're thinking, holy cow, that's a lot of garlic. But actually it's not. This really flavors the soup. It's not going to be like, oh, way too much garlic. That just flavors that soup, that cream and that chicken stock. So that's a 1/4 cup of finely chopped garlic. And we're just going to saute that and just move this around here and there. Just make sure it's not sticking or burning. And we'll get that going. Alright, we got that going there. Just get it all mixed in together. And to this, I'm going to add in, now this is optional, but the Zuppa Toscana soup, as we know, is a little spicy. I already have hot Italian here, so for me it's not hot enough. We like it a little spicier, so if the hot, it depends on you. If you don't like hot, don't use hot sausage, use regular. Skip the crushed pepper. But I'm going with 2 teaspoons of red crushed pepper, and I'll taste it later. If it needs more, I'll add more, because we like it spicy. Now I have here 8 slices of cooked bacon, chopped up really well. That's 8 slices. 8 to 9 slices you can use. Okay. Wish you guys could smell this. And I'm just going to let this cook a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes together, longer. Okay, now in my other pot, you're going to be needing 10 cups of chicken stock. Okay. And I peeled almost a 5-pound bag of golds. I like those buttery gold potatoes. They hold together well. They don't, you know, disintegrate, fall apart in your soup. So I like to use golds in mine. You can peel them, or you can leave the peelings on. But I'm gonna drain my water off my potatoes. I cut them in little cubes. Let me show you. Hang on. 1 second. I rinsed them off and I had them soaking in some water. Lots of potatoes. Just little bite size. Just little bite size. However big your bite is. Alright. Now I'm going to move this out of the way. And I'm going to get my other pot over here. Now I have here my 10 cups of chicken stock in here, as you can see. Now I don't like kale that's kind of hard yet. I almost like it like really soft. So I like to add my kale in here and start softening it. Now that's 10 cups of chicken stock. Bring it to a boil with, I have here, just not enough room here. I have, well, it's going to depend on how much kale you want, okay? I have probably a half a pound. That's going to cook down to nothing. I bought one of these big bags. It's a 1-pound bag. And you can, let me move this out of the way. It's the 1-pound bag. I used maybe half of it. And if I feel I need a little bit more, once this cooks down, I'll add some more, but that should be good enough. And to that, I'm going to be adding in our meat. I like to, can you guys see that? I like to put the meat in here and let it hang out in this chicken stock and cook for a bit. Let it get tender. Bring some flavors out. We're going to add all that in there. Can you guys see? I hope so. There's my arm in the way. But I'm adding my meat in here. I apologize if you can't see. Let me bring this up in closer there. There you go. Now you can see. So we're just going to let this hang out. I'm going to put the lid on. And I'm going to let that cook maybe a half hour. Then we're going to get the potatoes in. Okay, I wanted to bring up to y'all too, for those, you know, that's not familiar with kale. You see these stems? Remove those stems, you guys, because a lot of times they'll put some in there, and you don't want those stems in there. And if you're using the fresh kale, you're going to be using almost that whole, not quite the whole thing, but like I said, it's up to you how much you want. But you'll find the stems. But anyways, if you use the fresh kale, remove those stems, guys. Alrighty, now so you guys can get an idea there. I had it on a soft boil, lid on, 30 minutes. Just a soft little boil there going on. And I peeled, like I said, almost the whole bag of the 5-pound bag of gold potatoes. I counted it. There was 11 potatoes. Medium. Some were a little bit smaller, but sometimes, like I said, I'll add the whole bag in there. Because I like some, I don't want to, I like it soupy, but I do like a lot of filling in my soups. So there we have that. Now what I'm going to do, let me grab my cream. Heavy cream, you'll be needing 1 quart. This cream gives it a lot of good flavor. And we're just going to simmer this just until those potatoes are fork tender. Sometimes I'll turn it off a little bit before they're starting to get fork tender. That way they don't carry over cook because it's a lot of soup. So they're going to continue cooking in here a good 20 minutes, half hour after turning the soup off. So I'll let them cook probably 20 minutes or so to another soft boil. And I'll leave the lid off of it now. I won't put the lid back on. So we are going to be using 1 quart of heavy cream. Okay. Put that in there. This makes your soup nice and creamy. A lot of people like to add just a little bit. I like a lot. Make it yours, right? Okay, now, like I said, it's going to cook just until those potatoes start to get a little bit soft. Now, this is where you'll taste it for salt. I wanted to bring that up earlier. Because if you taste your chicken stock and your stuff cooking, it's going to be kind of salty. But once you add your cream, you may need some salt. So taste it now and do get your salt in there. I don't put black pepper because of all the crushed pepper. So we're going to let that cook and we'll get it plated up. I'm making some of my homemade garlic bread balls to go with this. So, we'll be back. Okay, guys, there it is. I'm going to finish this up. This is for the husband in there patiently waiting for his bowl of soup. But I made some of my homemade garlic ball bread. Little bread. And then put some fresh Parmesan cheese. Now, I cooked mine after I added the potatoes and stuff for about another half hour, and then I let it set for a half hour. All right. And normally if I forget any steps that I didn't mention and I should have, always look down in the comments or in the description, and I'll pin something there in the comments. But I wanted to show this with you guys. I sure hope you give it a try. And I also have a recipe on my channel for these as well. I'll drop that link there. And I hope you guys give it a try. It's getting cold. It's a perfect soup. And just let me know what y'all think about it. Until next time, you guys stay safe out there. Stay blessed and make you a pot of the soup up. We'll see you guys later.